He's gone. Swag came and then left.
All right, I do believe that we are live now, so I'm gonna go ahead and full screen this. It looks like we're going to Clubhouse. I have to
Oh.
start my game. Damn, yeah, like
Clubhouse.
Yeah, they just
We're
split
going
through
to a
the
default
bands.
map.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna help. I think that's gonna help STW a little bit more than it's
Do
gonna
you think
help
going to a default map helps the stronger or weaker team?
the weaker team.
Okay.
It always does that, and especially with our level of play, like. I'll say this to you too, like, and this is even going back to season 1. I think you played on your team season 1, right?
I did.
Yeah, like we took you to to maps like that.
Skyscraper, bro.
Yeah,
You
like
beat us on Skyscraper.
yeah, like we were able to. Well, that was just because I crafted a really good game plan. I myself have a very good. Like, that was back when I was on that team. So, like, I have a
Yeah.
good game plan for that map specifically. But, like, if I know a team, like, we're better than a team, I'm taking us to a big open-ass map that allows us to have our individual play shine more. Instead of, like, Chalet or Clubhouse to where, like, oh, yeah,
Okay.
like, you know, if you're pushing construction side, you can get peeked from 2 spots. Hopefully they don't get a lucky headshot. You know what I mean? Like, it takes away that part of the game away, right?
Okay.
So
Sure.
I truly do believe if you think that you are just better than a team, you need to go to like a big and open map, or like if you're against like your team where it's like you guys are very aggressive and very good gun skill wise. I need to rat to get my kills, so like I need to have spaces to rat and also like uh play make with other people at my disposal, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like yeah, that's just kind of my thought. What do you think?
I don't know. I honestly think it's like definitely like what you're feeling that day too. I was the captain of our JV team for a while
Mm-hmm.
at my school, and like we'd get down to like 4 maps. I'd look at my players. I'd be like, "Hey guys, what do you feel like playing tonight?" And they'd be like, "I don't really want to play Cafe tonight." So I'd be like, "Okay, we're banning it."
Yeah, I will
Like it
say
just
though.
takes that word from one person because they're like, I don't know if I'm vibing with that map tonight, so you ban it. Like we felt comfortable on a lot of maps, so we didn't really care what we played. But if someone doesn't feel comfortable, then we don't play it. So we
Yeah.
kind of went off just vibes.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
that would be the biggest distinction between like your team versus a lot of the other teams in this league is like these guys practice when they can, but like you guys are on like an actual roster. You guys actually have a facility you guys can all go to, team bonding and good stuff like that. Where like a lot of these
sure.
teams don't have that. And you
I
can
mean,
see it with your level of coordination too.
it's not like we're scrimming very much at all. We definitely scrimmed a bit during our actual season.
Yeah.
We probably scrim like twice a week, and then we just hop on ranked. But it was never like all 5 of us. We'd always have some other friends who'd join us to fill spots because people are so busy. But I mean, like now, like we haven't scrimmed in like it's been like a month, man. The last time we all played together comp, I think, was the last league game we had, and then the last time before that was Utah, a
Yeah.
LAN. So like we're definitely
Which, by the
not.
way, I will take some time away from this match right now. Um, how did that lane event end up going? Just so all the viewers
Oh,
know.
okay. So there was like
Hello, my
four.
associates.
There was like 4 teams from Utah, from random Utah schools. There was a team that was a
How
group of
fucking dare you.
alumni,
You're
an
Joe.
alumni team from Utah. So like they
Hey,
weren't
Cheech.
college students.
It's not Halloween anymore,
Nice.
Busta.
And then there was a
Get a
team
job.
from California, I think, who came
Me?
over.
You get a fucking job.
So yeah, there were like there were 7 teams there. There might have been 5 teams from Utah, but I
Get
don't
a
know. There was a
job.
team. There was us from
Yeah,
Idaho, a
please
team
step-
from
down,
California,
step
and then
proof.
5 teams from Utah. And
Found
then
on it.
we ended up beating a team
No, it's
7-0,
okay.
a Utah team
Cheech
7-0,
knows I'm trolling.
and then we lost to a Utah team.
Well,
Cheech,
my
I didn't
buddy's
tell
here.
you, bro.
Nice.
Cheech, I didn't tell you.
We
landed
lost to the
a,
team that won it
interview.
all.
No, you did.
You didn't
me.
tell any of
I
us.
said,
did.
I said, I
Friday.
said.
What
I
is
said
going
pay
on?
stubs proof.
What?
Yeah, last time we heard of an interview, it vanished.
Sorry, these guys are yapping, and I asked them to stop.
Oh, gotcha. No, we ended up losing our
Cheat swap
second
sides, buddy.
round game to the University of Utah, who won the whole thing. And then we ended up having a really
Bounce.
close game against this the
You
college
bounce.
Utah Valley, and they ended up
You bounce
eliminating
all
us
over
from
the
the
other
lower
team.
bracket.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
We're having a civil
good time.
conversation here.
No. Leaf com's very cluttered. Hey, Crispy.
What do you want?
Your mom's dead.
Oh, trolled. Dale's mom's negative 6 feet tall.
Manga, it's very clear that you're disappointed in them all.
I am.
We all ready? Can we start this?
We are ready.
Oh my.
His mom actually identifies as alive.
His mom.
Dang.
Bro.
All right, here we go.
I'm.
Let's see what bands come through.
I'm getting angry.
Don't get angry, Mongo. It's okay.
I want this league to do well, and them talking like that is not gonna do anything good for anybody. So I'm just gonna let it slide for this game, and then I'm gonna make an announcement if this continues to happen.
You could just like mute everybody except the team captains.
I mean, I could, but then it's like extra work that I have to do if something bad goes wrong, tech-wise. So
It's true. It's true.
I will say that STW said hell no to the Blackbeard. We've been seeing a lot of shield play throughout the top 4 teams of the league. STW not wanting to see it again. Let's see if PS values the same sentiment of just not wanting a shield ran down their throat on defense. Because I don't think they have a shield player.
I mean, I think Maverick is also very strong in this. Okay, Maverick's gonna be up. I want to see a Maverick play. That's what I want to see.
So are you talking Maverick play on like long haul backside, like downstairs, or?
I'm talking Maverick play on the flat outside of CC and Jacuzzi.
Yeah. I was silly.
It makes getting the wall open very, very, very.
I was thinking about
easy.
Chalet basement. Just ignore what I just said. I'm a little, I'm a little brain fogged today, but we'll get through it today.
Yep. We also have Monty up, so I
Yeah.
want to see Monty.
It would
If
be
these
nice.
teams aren't playing Monty, then they don't understand the meta.
Well,
Let's just put it that way.
They don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think either of these teams have a shield player. And it's we'll see what happens. STW deciding who they want off the board for the defense side, and then we'll get right into the action.
Nizami's band is pretty normal.
Yep, we don't want her hanging out in rafters, just causing chaos for the entire round. That's a reasonable ban, in my opinion. And also making strongholds on master side, too.
For sure. I think Azami is a reasonable ban on any map. She
Yeah.
can be very annoying against people who know how to use her.
Yeah, what's up, Swag? A-Train, thanks for stopping in. Yep, DQ, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting kind of, getting sick of it. It's not enough. Into the first round, seeing the Aurora is kind of
and defuse bombs.
different, I think. Unless there's something that I'm just not understanding. And they changed all of it. Awesome. We do have a castle. Let's see if I just go with the default castle.
I mean, you see the tube and the bandit. They want to keep Jacuzzi closed.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna have an extension over into cash.
I think that'll also show about like what level of comp experience that this team has, and they do have a sub tonight, which being into Commando.
5 seconds
Yeah, this castle here, that's pretty default because it adds one more layer of protection for the bandit on the wall.
Yeah. So they do have a little bit of an extension. Feet holes instead of head holes, opting for the construction single wall, or I like to call pallets wall. I don't know how I feel about that, but if they have an angle for it, then hey, they gotta do them.
Yep. All right. And they don't have enough reinforcements to get all the red triple wall.
Okay, so
Bandit
they
already triple.
yeah, it seems like King was gonna be the entry for today, or hopping onto that Ash, but it looks like he's gonna try to work some of his util on
Shield set up.
Oh, they have one more breach shard. They do. All right. So now Bandit can no longer trick. They just have to use the tub now.
That is a really pretty skin for his R4C. Match with the all white attachment skin. I do like that a lot.
All right, and they've successfully got wall open. No Tuberau to be seen.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. It's because he's in a gunfight on a main. Oh, and King gets the headshot on the Crispy. That's their top fragger down. Historically, I will say he is the league kill leader. Last time that I updated things, which I still need to do again, but it is what it is.
Playing heavily on these windows. Oh, what a nice shot.
Swapping mags.
And Lycan getting shut down on the highway, getting crossed back out by the main wall. Kirov making his approach into Cash. Gonna step back. Getting a double. It's a 1v3 on the site. Let's switch to Cartier Johnson's POV to see if he can swat away 3 attackers onto his bomb site. Everyone getting the drones out, trying to get to see where everyone is and what the deal is. Wasting time, reloading, getting ready for this clutch. Hopefully he can make it happen. One drops Jacuzzi, one working from Cash side, getting a pinch on, 2 drones moving.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, Zach doesn't lose this because they have a minute and 2 drones.
Oh,
I don't know where that man's looking, and he turns it into a 1v1, finding 2 1v1s without finding any trades, and he finds the 3rd. I don't know if that was, I mean, well played to Carter Johnson, but I don't think a single attacker he killed was looking at him.
No,
So
that's the problem, right? Like, you have the guy on main. Why is the guy on main swinging in? Just hold the long cross. You have a guy on master. You can cross that out. Escort the fucking bomb into gym window, plant it, and then you have a 3v1 post plant.
Right. I also noticed at a minute they had 2 people on drones. I don't know why they didn't just find him and then just hold. They have 2 people to hold across while a person plants. I don't know.
Just start clawing space away. Like, what was that, bro? You can't lose those.
Very interesting.
Oh, that's a hard one for PS to lose. What an amazing play, though, by STW. That bandit was really giving him the what for, or them the what for, I should say.
Camera feed
Yep.
up and running.
All that.
I also don't like the bandit went prone in gym, and the guy in master, maybe he didn't hear him because he had his teammates yelling at him in the comms. I don't know, but you should have been able to hear your sound cue. I don't know. I'm very confused.
Up and running.
Yep, Stolen says, wait, they can play another time than 10:30 p.m. I'm surprised, man. This is going to be interesting. And then Stolen R6 says, this is the only time you'll see me say this, but I hope STW win. I want to see a stake lose so bad. What the
10 seconds to insertion.
Dude,
Okay,
beef
we
chat
got
is
beef in
popping
the
off
chat.
in general
5 seconds
YouTube. Hey,
left
listen,
before
if
insertion.
he says good night. He says, yeah. So stream is
Attackers are
2
moving
minutes
out to
behind.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
I'm going to put this here, and I need to make a poll real quick. Yes for STW win, and no for. I'll get this going. Got the poll up.
Let them come. EDD mounted. Let them come.
I mean, we
Looks
see
like-
3 attackers, 4 attackers on strip side. Interesting.
You know what? And I will say this too. Like, Kirov is the one true like veteran player when it comes to comp siege. So maybe he's taking like a teaching like the Oh my God, King
Wow.
is hitting his shots tonight. That's a
I mean,
good
I guess he
sign.
doesn't need a
Located by
drone.
attackers.
No, you should have drones in lounge
I think
by the
he
point
was
you're in
pinged.
bar, but okay.
I think he was pinged. I will
That's
say,
good, that's good.
I will say too, like, you know, King hitting his shots. You know, if Lord starts to wake up in this match, like they do have a good solid core, but with that, like, Kirov seems to be like their only like reliable, sturdy player, right? Like, not that like, you know. Don't get me wrong, King can pop for 20, and so can Lord can pop for 20. It's just like the consistency aspect of that. So maybe they are running a more simple offense to, you know, make sure that they're trying to involve as many players as they can. A minute and 16 left in the round. 1 to 2 hatches popped, getting some more vertical pressure through the Ash. Kirov picking up another frag, 3 and 1.
RED active. Sweeping perimeter.
The attackers have just taken full vert control after killing the one roamer, and they have plenty of time to get some drones, figure out where they're going to execute.
Yeah, they get,
Croft playing well, just reset. All right.
Crispy goes for
Crispy
2.
with 2. No trade scene. Kurhoff with the off position, catching a defender off guard.
Attackers bomb
Yeah, let's get some more attackers into the...
dropped.
Oh, attacker drops and he gets picked off immediately. Scratch my words.
Yeah, he's playing this safe angle into blue.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And then Chi-Chi picks up the
Alright,
last
the attack just not playing off each other.
one. Not at
They
all.
started off the round so well, but then we
15
don't see
seconds
any
to go.
trades come in during the execute.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go.
Alright. He's planting. The defenders need to just walk up here and double swing him. And they did that exactly.
Yeah, and that was like a good defense from like that was, like you said, that was really good teamwork to make sure that they were swinging off of each other. And something that, if you don't want to take my word for it, for people who are new in chat, something that you can see is something that Pingu always says: if you're more than 3 seconds away from your teammate and a 2v1, a 3v1, a 1v2, like, you know what I mean, where you have another teammate, if you are more than 3 seconds away from that person, you are in the wrong. You want to be able to get those trades, get the value for anything that they may have lost in their pocket when they died. So if they have any extra utility, just making sure that you're getting value for that information and for that teammate. It's very, very pivotal.
For sure. I mean, we see a 5v3 on the attack side with like a minute
Attackers need
left.
to locate and defuse as many
You should be able
bombs
to
as
do
they can.
something more than just drop 2 kills to one guy and not find a trade.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it.
I think the third guy that died to tie it up for the 2v2, the guy that dropped in Moto, I think that was just
Yeah.
like an extreme mistake, because you know he's in blue, like, you know
Right,
that they
right.
got kills through those holes. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like he has no way to see you drop Moto. You
For sure,
know?
for sure. I mean, the defenders, we see the defenders probably not... I mean, we didn't see the POVs of their kills, but it looked like they were just kind of
10 seconds to insertion.
Filing
just
in
watching
one by
angles
one.
and shooting people when they dropped. So I don't know if these rat plays
5
are going to
seconds to go.
still work when they swap to attack, but it looks like they're working together better than the
Attackers are
attack is.
moving out to locate a bomb
This
and
is
defuse
not a
it.
good look for PS. We have 3 players not getting onto the board yet, and it is into round 3. Not a good look if we're trying to stay awake here. I'm really looking for Duck, Lycan, and Stakes to get active, especially Stakes on that Thatcher, being a support player, opening things up for this team. Duck also being on the ace. He's going to be the first point of contact. Seem to be finding some success, 3 and 2 on his entries. Like, he is winning those entry engagements.
A bomb
Lycan
has
picking
been
one up, and
located.
he's on the board. I don't know where he got that kill from, but
I
seems
think it
as
was...
if-
He made a small can opener breach into the garage wall. Probably killed the Raptors player.
Got you. God answering back onto Kirov, their top frag. It's a massive pick for them.
All right. Well, they don't have wall open just yet. They're not bringing the Maverick, even though the Maverick's up. But it doesn't look like they're able to get the wall open if this tube stays up.
Okay, King answers back.
Carter Johnson over peeking a bit onto the window, light window. Ain't getting a barricade bang. The defenders are over peeking right now. They just need to sit in a corner. The attackers don't have enough space.
Drone
Yeah,
active.
I want to see. I want to see King continue to get. Since he knows this guy's here, he needs to get. Yeah. Let's get active.
King
here.
needs
Exactly.
to stack up on a teammate before doing this stuff, or maybe get some help. Well, he just wins the one anyway on a triple. And they know where the last guy is. And they get their first round.
And he gets a quad feed, bro. He gets a quad. Oh my god. Yeah, that was so giving 4 people to the guy that's on highway windows is almost inexcusable. Like you.
Yeah.
Can't.
I mean, you see Carter Johnson swinging the window, the CC window, which is a very interesting play. And then the barricade bang is unfortunate, but
Yeah,
and
was
then
trying
he
to
just
rotate-
hops and he just hops in the window, and the defenders don't have a cross on it.
It just seemed like he
I
was
don't know.
trying to get
It's
his
interesting.
fucking way back in, but I was just to me that was just nuts. Like, the barricade bang, like you could almost write off as, I was just trying to get back to the bomb site, and he just made a play, you know. Like, but hey, don't take it away. That's
Defenders,
a
protect your
4-piece
bombs
for
from being
King.
defused by attackers.
That's what
Right.
they wanna
I mean, it's a
see.
4-piece, but did any one of those kills have any influence from his teammates helping him?
No, absolutely not. That was
Yeah.
him spinning in circles and laying lead
I-
down range.
We're not seeing a lot of coordination from the attack here, I think. And I hope they prove me wrong soon, because this is a map that you can really use some util in coordination with other operators.
Yeah, I will say he did get the Kate off the wall. I mean that.
This is true. This is true.
Oh, drop.
But I don't think the wall is not opened because of the tuberal.
The governmental
10 seconds
name
left.
is crazy. In the alt chat.
5 seconds left.
Device activated.
Attackers
All
have
right, so
discovered
we're
the
going
location of the
back
bomb.
to gym bedroom
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
with a slightly different lineup. They went for the Jaeger instead of the tube. Everything else is the same.
I guess. That looked really sus, but that is a common pre-fire. I promise, guys. I promise. This is like one of his better games of the season.
Yeah, King just droning himself in. Which is fine for more of a lurk play. It doesn't look like a lot of his teammates are pushing this direction. He's gonna rotate to the Logi hatch.
Breach charge ready!
I do like the fact that King is bringing those soft breaches, and it's something that like a lot of Ash players don't like doing, like bringing those fucking claymores in their pocket, where like he's
Sure.
actually getting a lot of this. I mean, like all 3 of his.
You see, the attacker's getting aggressive on the CC window, not finding anything though.
Yeah, I'd really like to see King stop worrying about this. If he's got to get rid of this next castle, that would be. What
I'm
I'd
wondering,
like to see.
what is the attacker's plan right now? What they haven't really taken any space. They've gotten a small breach open on Jacuzzi, but that's kind of it. I think there's 3 players on highway, 2 players on Jacuzzi balcony, and almost half of the round has gone by. Oh, and the attack gets 2 picks from those windows. It's just a gun game at this point.
Oh, that's a bad guy, Duck. That's got
Jaeger getting caught out. I mean, the Jaeger didn't have anywhere to go because he had attackers on his window and he couldn't really rotate out of the room.
King getting
King with
one
another
tap
one.
on a Carter. Kirov
And, all right.
cleaning it up. That was okay. Honestly, that was their best attacking round. 110%. Like he said, sure.
Well, it's their best attacking round, but like I didn't really see a plan. They kind of just sat outside of windows and outgunned people.
Yeah, I mean, true, but also like, well, I don't know. They started to work some cash side pressure and then caught people on rotates. Like I feel like that's
Sure.
you know, I feel like even if it is creating that ghost pressure on that pressure, like it's you're still getting the pick
Yeah.
from the rotate.
Hey, the number on the scoreboard went up, so we
Yeah.
got a 2-2 split.
It's
We're going back to basement.
I do like the fact that people are starting to wake up now, and
Attackers
King
need to
is
locate and
definitely
defuse bombs.
finding his footing on this entry role.
For sure.
Last 2 games it seemed like he was struggling a little bit, and now I'm seeing more of King kind of come out for himself, and it might just be because of the map too. Maybe he's more comfortable entering on this. You guys keep over.
I mean,
yeah,
Guys, he's perfectly right.
yeah.
Like, you see picks getting happen when the attackers don't take any space. It's the defenders are over peeking. I mean, there's a time to peek those windows, and it's when you're down on men and you need a pick. And the defenders weren't in that scenario.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question for people that might be in
10
chat.
seconds
You're a
to
pretty
go.
knowledgeable guy in the game. Why is it always worth it to get aggressive
seconds
on
left
defense
before
when you're like a
insertion.
man down? Can you explain that to me? Just act like I don't know anything
Attackers are
about
moving
Siege.
out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, so it's kind of unintuitive, I think, if you don't know anything about Siege. Like, if you're low on men, if you're down a man, then it almost intuitively you want to play more defensive because you're already kind of in a disadvantage. But if you don't, then there's these things called trades where if two people swing a guy and if two people swing one person, that one person gets a kill, the one person can't get both kills because it's impossible if the two people swinging do it right. So the theory is that if a team is up on players, then they can just trade out until there's one player left and win. So the idea is that if your side is down on a player, then you need to find a kill without getting traded in order to bring it back.
Scanning for electronic devices.
So that's why you might overpeak to try to
Attackers
make a play.
located a bomb.
First kill coming through with one player ratted in strip.
Yeah, I would like to say that was a really good explanation. I really do appreciate you putting the time in to kind of answer that for some people who might be a little bit confused. Getting that is absolutely massive. Just getting all this information away from the defense.
Yeah.
We want to nullify any more advantage.
Okay,
the
hold on.
defense already has.
Can you switch to Capitao? I think he's... Yep. And yep, there's Carter Johnson with a 2. Onto two attackers.
Yeah, and exactly as what you were saying, it was like, get a little aggressive when you need to, and this is the reason why. What you just said, it just played out into the server. Oh my God, what a wall bang!
How does he know? What?
Carter Johnson with an absolute smashing wall bang to swat the attacker away. 4-2.
That was nice.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I mean... Yeah, I mean, he just had a very successful roam with a 2-piece, falls off, and must have had a comm on a guy who dropped Moto and just finds a 3rd.
Yeah, well, I will say it's Lord Steakass and King. Steak not getting on the board just quite yet. King being one of the top fraggers for his team. So let's see if we can't work some of this back. Mirror Shield is destroyed. 43 seconds, dropping. Absolutely not.
Wow, okay.
Shut down.
So a peak like that is a little bit of over-peaking because they're up on men, but it worked out, so it's just fine. Right, alright, and getting aggressive there is a little okay because you have your teammate right there with you.
And,
I mean,
go
as
ahead.
far as aim goes, I think the attackers, PS pro shooters might have like better mechanics, but right now I'm just seeing better team play from STW. They're just doing more things together. I mean, they did have 2 roamers playing completely isolated from each other and from sight. But hey, one of them died and one of them got a double, so you know, whatever works.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, we see a Caveira coming through for STW.
Device positioned. Device positioned. Impact out! Swapping mag! One reinforced!
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Reloading! Cover me!
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Working out!
That's one way to get people to stop talking. Let's see if someone tries you. Alright, we have Cav ratting first floor garage.
I can
And he's
get
taken out immediately. They definitely had drones on him.
Kirov losing his life, unfortunately.
Where was that at?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No.
it was on the door.
Was he just getting aggressive on the... So we're not droning. We're not droning, guys. All right. All right, 4v4, 2 minutes left. Attackers are opening the Logi hatch, applying some pressure. I don't know where, but we have all 4 defenders in sight right now. Giving the attacker space.
A bomb has been located.
And the attackers, instead of taking the space, are peeking the site windows. And not finding any luck. And they're peeking site windows again, still not finding any luck. All this, guys, take cash, take con. The defenders gave it all to you. Why are you peeking the windows?
It just seems like the cross pressure just isn't netting any value.
Seems like a damn ranked game is what it seems like.
Yeah.
All right, we see the attackers in a 2v4. You've seen them here last round. Can they do something different this round? All right, looks like Logi's going to be the play. Will they drop it together? Or they're going to split pressure?
Man,
One
whatever these
person on the
guys
Logi
are,
hatch,
they
one
just
person
know.
taking con wall. It looks like the defenders are now gaining a cross on con wall, and this person's watching the Logi hatch. Okay, Organic Duck is now, I think, on con window. Dropping the hatch. Doesn't die off the drop. Finds the pick. But is now in a 1v3, as Organic Duck did fall. The defenders know where he's at, and find the kill. And you see 2 people swinging that angle right as the pick is got, so no matter how cracked Thatcher is there, I don't know if he's getting both of those. I see side swap. I think it's a 4-2 split
Yeah,
for SDW.
4-2 split isn't terrible. Like, it is kind of like normal splitting. It's just it just seems like sometimes if they get stymied, like in the beginning of the round, like their mid round is just like they can't identify. Like they like you said, they gave all the cash and construction for free, and they just had to die on the highway windows.
I mean, I don't even know at this point, Mongo. It just looks like the attackers. I mean, it looks like pro shooters are just swinging stuff. They're just swinging stuff by themselves.
You know,
Fuck any sorts of util usage.
Why would they make me be this person? I don't want to be the guy that says they're gonna forfeit if they can't shut up. Like, why make me be this guy? I don't want to be this dickhead. But like, come on, man. I gave a perfect explanation of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then you just have people just blatantly ignoring what I'm saying, and it's just low-key annoying as fuck. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're taking this seriously, just like they didn't take their strategy seriously.
10 seconds to insertion.
Fine.
Five
All right,
seconds
but the
to
side
go.
swap. So now we have defense for pro shitters. Will their gun skill finally find them more rounds?
I would hope so. I kind of wish that it will. I want to see some success coming from professional shooters, as it was my old team. This rotate,
Sure.
in my opinion, is going on the wrong
Wall
side.
reinforced!
All right, a little bit of a different lineup because we didn't see STW use the mirror at all. The attackers look like they're putting some pressure onto K9 and are on the roof right now. Let's see what they're up to.
Mine going out!
Opening Jacuzzi, trying to open Jacuzzi. Crispy with the, oh man. Okay, he tricks one side, but the other side stays open. So Crispy's using the Flores drone to, that's a very common thing you'll see, especially on this wall because the drone hole's so close to the wall. You use the Flores drone to counter the bandit trick. You can counter that kind of effectively with a mute jammer, but then if you throw in an EMP into the mix, then it just makes things that much more difficult for the bandit. I'm sad because we haven't seen a Maverick at all, because the Maverick is just the greatest counter to all these walls.
That is true. It's just
In
like
this map.
sometimes it's a little bit more time consuming than some people like.
Sure.
And
And I think
it's-
the skill curve is a little harder as well.
Yeah, for sure. that they have somebody out on this balcony. We're just trying to see. Yeah, there we go.
Organic Duck not over peeking, playing it well. Crispy with a pick. Onto the... Okay, so we see the attackers. The attackers are taking cash and con. You see Crispy taking cash right now from CC. I think they've cleared all the players in cash.
Man.
Ooh. A little bit of an overpeak. The attacker's doing a good job right now, kind of suffocating the power positions. Now we see a player just pinched. Oh, but the defender wins it. Can he find another? Or is he going to get caught? Okay, he's traded out. So now we see a 3v1 for the attack. They just need to drone this last player. Oh, the last player. See right there, a desperate attempt to gain man advantage back and not give the attackers time to find you. You see a 1v1
Oh,
Organic Duck.
He
He
hits
does
the wall
not
into the Fenrir.
find the last kill on the attacker who vaulted into Jim.
That was kind of insane.
That was, I mean, it got kind of intense there at the very end. Because I think as soon as the defense was down on men, they kind of just started walking at the attack. I mean, you saw the player get really aggressive and con, find a pick, get traded immediately, and then the bandit just says, okay, well, 1v3, I'm going to retake con. See, there's a time to overpeak, and the time is in a 1v3. All right, we see the Cade for the hatches, Capcan to stop any
Attackers need to locate
quick
and
attacks,
defuse
quick
bombs.
taking of vert.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to see the timeout there, honestly.
Reinforce the wall. What a drag.
I really
You
expected
can
like a
handle it.
timeout because like 5-2 split. If you wait one more round, what's the point of the timeout? You know?
Sure. Yep.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, so far I mean, we've seen some nice kills by
5
King.
seconds remaining.
We've seen some nice kills by Kurhoff, or I don't know how to say their name.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Kurhoff, I think that works. But I mean, I think we're just seeing SCW play more together. Kind of actually play kind of the correct positions the correct way.
In the end, close
Not
down.
overpeaking when they don't need to overpeak, and taking gunfights when they need to take gunfights.
Barricaded.
When did I get to this? God, it's so terrible trying to talk and observe at the same time. It is. This is butt.
No, you're good. All right. Well, Capcan's not finding anything because the attack is moving very slow. There's
There's a BP on
one
the
roamer. It looks like we have Kurhoff roaming on east stairs on the second floor right now. Commando Buck is just gonna try to walk down main. Kurhoff isolated second floor. If the attack wants to clear him, they can, but it's gonna take some time. Ooh, Buck with a nice pick on bottom main. Can he find another one? He can find another one. Now, will he slow down or will he keep up the pressure? He's just given his team a 2-pick advantage. And if he dies here, it'll be only one.
Yeah, it just seemed like I don't know why the smoke's swinging that when that could have been any other operator.
For sure. Alright, the attackers are pushing dirt.
Bomb located by attackers.
And, okay, the Buck on main died.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Kurhoff
Oh, as
answering
well as
back.
Kurhoff finds himself
And
down
it's
main
Case
stairs to
too.
kill the attacker. Alright, so
Oh man.
the lack
yeah,
of the clear onto the
Attackers
Malusi
recovered
bit
the
him,
diffuser.
but then Carter finds the trade. We still see men in favor of the attackers, but that hasn't meant anything this game. Now it's a 3v1. Can Lone Lycan win this for his team? Finds one. Attackers know where he is now.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
That's
Finds the
Case
second.
down.
No teammate in sight. 1v1. Back Arsenal and Moto. Does... I don't know how to say their name. Does the Hibana have case? Echo has 1 drone left. 25 seconds. This is enough time to work with if you're the Habana. The Habana does not have case. This is very much in favor of the defender. Can they play off their util well
15 seconds
and not just give a 1v1? If time
10
comes close
seconds
enough, they
left.
can just run away and force plant. Which might be what they're doing.
5 seconds left.
Perfectly played by Lone Lycan. I love this. This is beautiful.
Attackers have
And
recovered
you
their
just stay back. Yep. Don't even just
Operators, you have run out of time.
play time.
Yeah.
Play
that
your win
was-
condition.
Man. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it seems like downstairs we're finding people even getting like a 2-man advantage, and we don't know how to convert this into an execute. It's like these guys are playing the
Yeah.
TDM meta still, and it's
I mean, you see a 1v3. There's a kind of a more high-level competitive call called a reset. And what that is every single person, when someone calls a reset, every single person on your team plays a passive angle. And you figure out what your team's going to do next. And when you're in a 3v1 with over 30 seconds left, you call a reset. You say, hey, I'm going to drone. You hold.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
After you figure out where the
bombs
last guy is, you either may go for a plant or go for a kill. But instead, you see the attackers give
My magnets will
Lone Lycan as the Echo 3 1v1s. As case falls, and Lone Lycan can play the win condition perfectly. So I think it's just a lack of discipline and a
bomb
lack of
located by
teamwork.
attackers.
They either need to work together more, or I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen.
It just seems like
But
both
that's-
teams have like certain sites that they're very good at attacking, and then like the other ones, it's just like they can't apply the same principles to the.
Sure.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, and I mean, like
Deficit.
just earlier, I was. Yeah, and it makes perfect sense. Just earlier, I was
5
praising
seconds to
STW for playing together better, but then they are in a 3v1 and can't seem to
Attackers'
play
objective
together.
is to
So I don't
defuse the
know.
bomb.
I don't know, Mongo.
It's really wild too, like seeing like the top view for this, because like when you're in the game, it doesn't it's not as evident on what's going on around you, because you're like, so focused on what you're doing, or if you're in an IGL, you're talking other players into like the bird's eye view, and it's like
Sure.
that's what I find like in my IGLs or like myself, that like I love, like when I'm in the game, like that's why I don't drop so many kills anymore, is because I have seen the game at this bird's eye view so much that I'm directing other players in certain areas, right?
flow is on.
And
Sure.
I think that's what changes for a good IGL here, but we do have the
Ooh, this is interesting. They're playing 2 players on rafters, so Crispy is gonna hop on the glass and try to see if he can find a pick on an attacker over peeking. I like this a lot. But so far the defenders are playing this pretty passive, pretty well. How long can they play passive though? Well, Karov is bit for it, but not with his life, and he's back up to full because of the dock.
true. I mean, also like he's also trading some shots onto Crispy too, so it was an exchange. Crispy getting the better part of the exchange, getting a 1 tap on the
And he
Kirov.
finds one. He knows there's another though. Will the other overpeak? We do see a Maverick. I don't know what the Maverick's doing.
I don't really know either. I'm gonna keep it real. At least get the last 2 bars so you can hop in on the other side. Oh,
I mean, we're just looking for this Rafters player. We know this is the win con. We're trying to fire him off, but the fire seems like it just missed him. Excuse me. It is the Doc. If the Doc had all 3 of his stims, he can just tank a whole Capitav fire if he knows what he's doing. Playing it very well, not over peeking, quick peeking when he can. Just applying pressure without giving his life away for free.
that is true. Like that is something that's like a good defender, as you do, is you're able to kind of like feel the pressure and when things are starting to come. And
Ooh.
as I say,
Over peeking a little bit, forgetting about an angle.
Yeah.
That's been me before. Ooh, the glass just hopping in breach, no util, just hopping in. Looking to make a play.
Duck taking some damage from the breach.
Attackers bomb
Stakes
diffuser
getting a
has
double, answering back.
I mean, at this point, as the defenders, you're like, hey, these guys are just fucking over peeking, so let's just sit here and hold angles. But I guess you can't hold angles when the attackers got guns. Holy.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Commando finding his way into sight by himself. Ends up falling, no trade going down, but
10 seconds.
the
to
Finka's
go.
going to use the space that that the Maverick made to try to go for Plant. Plant gets down. Lone Lycan over peeking. Before his teammate can get there, but it doesn't matter. Because Organic Duck can find the kill.
Defenders disabled the diffuser.
And they're starting to
Bomb
match
defusal
I think-
back.
attempt failed.
Yeah, I think that was I think much better played by the defense as far as not over peeking things. The attackers did open up a lot of angles into sight, and I mean we've seen rounds where that's enough to win the round because you just open up the angles and then have the defenders over peek. But the defenders stood their ground, took
So
the
here's my
picks when the
question.
attackers
You
walked
have-
in.
You have the 3v3 or the 4v3. As
Sure.
the attacker, you know, you get a couple more picks. It's like a 3v2 at one point. Why are we not keeping somebody on the cash single door angle and then not walking in the breach and playing the cutoff so the
No,
plant can
okay.
get down? Like
I think the correct play to do was, I mean you killed the dock. The dock over peeked and killed. It was killed.
Yeah.
You now have rafters.
Defenders protect your
So you
bombs
have
from
Glass
being
sit
defused by
outside on the
attackers.
flat, have your teammates take rafters, take into bomb site, and then plant default while the Glass can hold the perfect cross. The only thing that stops you there is a C4. I don't know if they had any other denial,
They did
but
have
even
a
if one
K, I don't
C4,
know.
they did have a K. That's true. At that point, you try to bait out a C4. You do what you can from there. But the Glass hopping into a vault breach, no util, no teammates behind him was just a mistake. I think the same thing can be said about, I think it was the IQ who did the same thing, but the IQ did find a pick and was traded out, and then the Maverick did the same thing after that, found a pick and was traded out. I mean, you just see
5 seconds to
players
go.
just taking their chances at the 1v1.
Attackers must
We
locate and
are
defuse
in
the bomb.
basement as a Mozzie. Not a terrible play, but he's got to know something's up here. I know exactly
Deep
what he's
roams,
gonna
lots
do.
of deep roams this series, or this
I know
map.
exactly what he's going to do. This is going to be an angle, a teaching moment for people. If you didn't know, you can make a little angle here and see on top of this belt.
Ooh. You find one? You do have to be careful because as a defender, your guns are going to do no damage. So you hit the head or you shoot a body and run away, just like that.
Well, Mikey getting taken care of at the very beginning. Seems like he's overstayed his welcome up in the garage. Oh! I don't know where he got crossed from, but Kirov was going to make a play onto the window and cross
Brendo
out
walks up
somewhere.
red. Brendo walked up red and found a pick. And now, I think the top red wall, can you swap to the Buck? Oh, the Buck is getting flanked. Right now from lower red stairs. Okay, finds the kill before, but the lower red stairs flank finds two. 2v2. A minute into the round. And an
Duck answered
attacker's
back, too.
dead, so now it's 2v1. This is very good if you're pro shooters. You want to scrape every single round you can back. Excellent flank by Lord Steak to find two there.
Honestly, he should
And
go
now,
below with his
alright,
forward.
Mongo,
What's up?
will the defenders over peak and give the attacker 2-1s? Let's make a
Yes.
poll right now.
Yes, yes, they will.
We want to see them work together, do whatever they
I
can
want
to
to
work
see the
together.
confidence. I want to see the confidence level for.
Okay, the defender does have a mirror, so if he's very confident, I can see peeking here, but no need to when you have a teammate. If I was Lord Steak, I would be trying to find myself a better position than top main because you can't really work off this player on the mirror from top main. Alright, we see Organic Ducks win the mirror.
Shield. So
Very favored gunfight.
POS marching back. Man, that all fits like a Mack truck, man. Oh man. I just it's 5-5 now, and I just feel stun shock. I just feel stun lock, bro. Like
I think you just go either way.
it's just insane. I don't know.
It's very insane. If you were the Thatcher in that scenario, you can always rotate and not try to fight Amira. I don't know how much. I think he had enough time. I think it was a 2v2 with 2 minutes left. The attackers had all the time in the world.
Yeah. Here's the
Defenders, protect
scoreboard
your
going
bombs from being
into
defused
the
by attackers.
11th round. Our top performers today being Commando and Crispy and Kirov and King. Slowly backed up by Lone Lycan and Cartier Johnson. Now that we got those out of the way, I'm just gonna see. And honestly, like, you know, Stakes may not maybe 5 and 7 right now, playing a little bit more on the supportive role, but he coming out from that red stairs flank made a massive play for that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's interesting because Buck walked up those red stairs, found a
10
pick,
seconds
and then dies to someone walking up those red stairs finding a pick. I don't know if
5
it's.
seconds left.
I mean, something like that. Just that happens. Obviously, there's ways to get around it, but it requires, you know, slowing down, setting up drones, maybe having a nomad come with you to put a flank down. But at that point, you know, you lose your element of surprise. So I mean, you take some risks to walk up red stairs that quickly.
They're gonna go fast here. I think that's.
Crispy just droning himself in.
All over your goal.
Nice.
Scanning for electronics.
Nope, coming out. 30 seconds in, already applying pressure blue with 3 players. Commando finding the first pick. I don't know where that is. Oh,
Bomb located
a
by
defender
attacker.
roaming, and CC finds an attacker repositioning. And now they're traps. Very much they are traps, because they do have someone above them watching the... Will it matter? Because he's just going to walk down oil and find the pick on the person playing blue. There's only one person left inside. If you can find this, they just have all of sight to themselves. We do have defender rotating down the main stairs.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been
Ooh,
dropped.
Lord Stake finding one. Now it's a 2v3, but the attacker does have a very solid position in sight. Misses the kill. The defenders are going to take the round.
And the anchors are anchoring.
Anchors are anchoring. Except that blue guy. That blue guy just got walked up on.
That smoke got caught with his dick in his hand.
He did. He did. I mean, but if you're the attack there, I might have supported that aggressive play because you have a defender watching you retreat and you're in a small room
Yeah, it
with
doesn't
a
feel
long
good,
hallway
though.
to a smoke.
It doesn't feel good to die with both hands on the ladder and oil pit. It doesn't.
No, not at all.
Oh man, like I feel like that's something that a lot of players can learn from that is once your 2 feet hit the bottom of oil pit, unless you clear blue, you're really not getting back up. That is a one-way trip, my friend, and you got to land somewhere into sight.
Yep.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I think it was
bomb.
good.
I mean,
though,
we see a lot of deep roamers, just like one person not playing with any of their teammates, just way off another part of the map. That's very easy as a group of 5 attackers to just all 5 of you put your heads together and fight it.
Uh-oh, look at Cartier picked up.
Bomb located
Is it
by
time?
attackers.
Match point the time to whip out the fail-safe operator?
And Monty's here. Now this was crawled back from a 2-5. They are now 6-5.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I'm wondering if they heard the desperation in my voice.
I'm reloading.
10 seconds remaining.
But they have been marching, and I like that. I like some resiliency
5
in
seconds
their
left.
teams. It's just, you know, one scratchy round away from it.
Attackers are heading out to
being
defuse a bomb.
6-2, you know, or a 6-3.
I want to see this go into overtime,
It would be nice.
just
I
because
think
it'd be funny.
Yeah, it's just like who can play with each other better. Let's see what this Monty's deciding to do with his life. We're
Sure.
just gonna walk him into the breach. Is that what's happening?
I don't know why Monty's on flat. They're gonna go for the trick, which they can completely get as long as they throw 2 Thatchers, which they didn't.
I think he tricked it.
He did. The Thatcher was too late on his second DMP.
Well, now main wall's
That's
ungettable.
not what you want to see on match point for your opponents.
Attackers drop the
Is
diffuser.
a fail to
Attackers
open wall.
recover the
Like,
diffuser.
there's definitely ways you can attack this site without opening that wall. And it looks like they're going to rotate. They're going to rotate and do a horizontal take instead of the main wall take. Are they going to get flanked is my question. We have seen lots and lots of flanks.
Duck
Oh,
shooting down
finding the
Crispy, what a massive
first
pick.
kill, getting aggressive out and then is
answers
traded
back?
right back. Alright, if they have no way to open this con wall, then they're gonna have to just force this door with a 3-gun crossfire on it. They do have a Monty, which helps. They don't have a lot of their util, though. I don't think they can get that wall open. I think the ace used all 3 of his charges. One thing they can do is rotate the attacker to walk up blue. Ooh, one more pick coming for the defense. Onto a player in con. Oh, we do see that flank come up. Oh, and that flank came up and got the pick. Now it's a Monty and a Thatcher and a 2v4. The defenders are just retaking space. They say, fuck it. We're going to retake our space. Keep this tempo. Stop you from doing anything. And perfect. Just like this, the defender's going to flank all the way through Logi to help his teammate. And his teammate doesn't even need him. He can 1v1 a Monty. All right. We see Thatcher in a 1v4. I think... Is he on rafters? I think he's on rafters. Alright, he finds 1. He finds 2. Alright, well, are the defenders going to give him 1v1s? Put a poll.
Put a poll. What's going on? Where's the 1v1s?
Alright, he has 16 seconds. He's got to go now. There's someone with a cross on this door.
10 seconds left.
He's not peeking. Look at that. He wasn't peeking. Insane. Vaults in. Finds 1. Will he have enough time? Nah, the defender can just play time at this point, win the round. That's going to be GG.
Operators have run out of time.
All right. They're going to watch this VOD and see me shit on both teams for an hour. Fun game to watch, though.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get Cole for post game, so give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Why the fuck did I just get pulled? What happened?
Nothing. Well, I do have to talk to you after the game, but
okay.
player interview, bro.
Oh, how's it going?
I have some questions for you, bro. So
I
with this
probably don't have answers because you're gonna ask me if there was like strategy or something.
No, so I want to dive in a little bit more into the mental of your team. Seeing a 2-5 deficit at one point in this game, and then seeing you guys start to claw and work your way back, and confidence was getting gained, all the way marching it back. They didn't win another round. You guys went 7-5 and closed it out. So how is that for you and your team?
It was probably just a combination of we got this, we got defense, we're fine. We decided we weren't running.
It was so satisfying to
hold on.
so. Oh.
You join us for this, Grace, but like okay, or not. Anyhow, we decided like we weren't running a single bomb site back. We were like, we have 3 good bomb sites on club. We're gonna keep them guessing the whole time, and just try to make adjustments.
Right.
There was a lot of yelling at one another for like just needing to fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Grace, help me out here. Trade more and like not swing.
What's up? Sorry.
We overswung a lot in the first half.
I
don't know.
Yeah. We overswung, I would say, and then
I think towards the end it was just we started utilizing the whole map. We were flanking all the time, every round, and that was a big
well, and I mean King and you honestly got us through like the first half in a lot of ways, I would say.
I really didn't. I got like 6 frags in 3 rounds and then bottom.
I mean Cole, but then Cole and Lycan stepped up though. Like you and King got us for the first half, Cole and Lycan, or me, Steak and Lycan got us for the second half.
I don't know. I feel like basically all of my kills came on like losing rounds. I feel like none of my kills were impactful.
5, did you have a question for Kuroff and the kind of like the mentality of what we were seeing on the top-down view?
Sure. I mean, so you guys had a 2-4 attack half. A couple of those rounds, it just seemed like you guys were just looking for kills the whole round and not really trying to take space, not really trying to work with the map. You were just kind of looking for kills. And I mean, it worked out a couple times.
Right.
But sometimes it didn't. Is that just kind of your plan? Do you guys have any strategies for attack specifically?
Our attack is pretty bad. Yeah, our attack has always been our weak half.
Okay.
And that's, I mean, something that it really is map dependent. This is the first time we've played club ever in both seasons of the league. Also, which is so.
We faced Vandals.
No, we like.
Oh, we played Vandals on it, and then we started playing it.
Yeah,
Um,
LA and club have been the permabans thus far.
Yeah. But no, it's been it was good to be back. It really was like I think Lycan said like a third of the way through, you guys are fucking overthinking it. And then we just started playing for like a more singular round objective, which was just sort of flanks and overarching trades and control. And like once Crispy sort of shut off a little bit because like King started shutting him down, I got a nice pick on him a couple times. Like the things just started flowing. But yeah, I would agree 5, especially like the first attack round and the last two, it felt like we had like no shape at all.
I mean, I was watching. I was trying to figure out what you guys were doing as an attack, what your plan was, where
There
you guys were
wasn't
working together.
much,
And I
honestly.
was just seeing, players peeking the windows on highway, like either getting the kill or dying, but with no util, no trades coming out. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like, I don't know, just looked like a ranked game when you guys were
Yeah,
attacking. Not
exactly.
gonna lie.
Well, and that's something that like me and Cole both are still working on, like, because we pretty much are co-IGLing. Stake steps in sometimes to like give some mid-round stuff, but like
Sure.
overarching plans and discussions are pretty much me and Cole.
All right.
We're the ones that always VOD
Big
review.
Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this season it has been mostly me, but Cole, you have niche knowledge and play-to-play stuff that I don't yet, just because of your hours. So
That's fair to say.
we are a good team in that I, because of my Valorant and now my League experience, can look at an overarching situation really, really well. But
Sure.
when it comes to like diagnosing individual action, I'm leaning on Cole and Stake a lot.
All right. Well, I don't mean to like be completely rude and tell you guys you suck because you can't attack.
No,
because
bro.
because your
That's what
defense
this league is for.
your defense did look a lot better. You guys were over peaking a lot less, or like peaking things you
Yeah.
didn't have to peak. Like on attack, you were over peaking a lot, and on defense,
Yeah.
you fixed that up. The attack was applying lots of just like useless pressure and a lot of like useless angles they were just holding, and you guys didn't peek into them, which won you a couple rounds.
For sure.
So yeah, I would say good job on your defense not over peaking too much.
Our defense tidied up, honestly. Like, State got a nice double, and they made some game-losing mistakes. Like, they really gave us some openings to work with on defense, because we were identifying the entire game that it looked like they weren't checking things correctly, and they weren't droning correctly, and they were just fast-walking up.
Sure.
And I think on defense that, I mean, I don't know how true that was from, like, a top-down perspective, but it was really fun, especially like being the Cade that was able to get that double on Gym Bedroom when Ace just flat out didn't respect the mirror at all.
Right.
Like that kind of stuff. There was a lot of cases like that where the IQ just didn't at all contest for the possibility of a blue flank on the final round.
Sure.
So they, like, I don't think I saw a single flank drone from them. They just relied on guns. So once we sort of dialed into that and, like you said, stopped over peaking, started playing for a more objective
right.
sort of control and stall base.
I mean, you guys had a lot of like one-off roamers outside of the map who got a lot of value, and that's something that you can be punished for if the attack, starts cutting them off and using util to clear them, and now all of a sudden you're in a 4v5. But I mean, in this game,
and that was why we kind of why we banned Dokkaebi during our discussions for the operator bans. We originally I was trying to get a shield ban or Maverick so that we didn't have to deal with those two operators. And instead, we decided we were going to ban Dokkaebi and just try, because we didn't want to get screwed off by that while we were on the roam, because we knew it was probably going to be a lot of solo and duo roaming. So Dokkaebi just kind of cooks us. So that's what we kind of try to utilize on the defense.
Okay.
And we really were dialed into that because, I mean, Stake knows these players in a lot of ways, and he called right from the beginning that they were going to be disorganized. So, like, when I picked up the Oryx that last round, like, I'm a massive Oryx fan in general, but I would never fucking play Oryx if we're into somebody more coordinated, and, like, a lot of other teams in the league are just really systematic with their drone setups and are really, really good with their nomads and stuff. Like, they didn't bring any flank watch, and they just got punished for that.
So I guess something that I would say that you guys did really well, just like looking down from the top view, because I have literally watched every single game except for one this entire season.
Yeah.
On your guys' defense, it seemed like you were able to diagnose what was happening and act quickly. Like the timing of which like your flanks and or like your triangle rotations were happening were like impeccable. Like you just never got caught on them, and that was something that like.
Yeah.
I haven't seen in a while.
Some of that is luck. Some of that is truly just luck. Some of that is, we were bringing Echo, we were bringing bulletproof cams. I think really only like one defense round did we ever have only default cams.
Yeah.
Like we were always bringing some kind of information.
Yeah, we were the thing, because I think I don't know if you'd agree with this, Cole, but like I've really felt the last 3 games we've played, our roam has gotten so much better now that we have been a lot more clear about you and King trying to be first in the building on attack and how that has impacted our op selection on
100%.
defense. Our
100%.
roam has got our defense in general has just gone miles. Our attack we still haven't really figured out yet. Like there are some maps, like if you ask us to attack Sky, and we don't just like all follow Cole and 5-man 1 doorway, because we sometimes do that still, then we have a really good plan of attack for that map, and that's why a lot of teams have been permitting us. And our Sky's fucking terrifying, frankly, because we just have that map kind of cut off now. But we've just like Cole, I'm remembering that consulate game of just we could not get anything going. We could not sync up for anything.
Building
No,
half the
like
time,
nobody
everything
was syncing up.
disjointed.
Me and Lycan were droning, but like King just wasn't hearing it. It was a lot of stuff like that, but we're figuring it out. I think like ever since we started defining more clear team roles, it really has felt like each game has been an improvement, which has been really nice.
and that's something that I would say too. You can go back and check me on this, but I am pretty sure that King went. I think King went like 4-1 on his entries today on the attacking side.
Yep,
he's
a fucking menace. If you give a drone to that kid, I think he's top 5 players in the league.
Yeah,
He's crazy.
It was like his entry stats. I mean, the conversion rate was pretty awful, but like he was getting the first picks, so he was doing his thing. And then like another thing, I'll like your guys' drone work has been a step above a little bit. Like there was a round in particular that I'm remembering is Cole was chilling in strip, and then I seen a drone come through, ping the guy, and the guy stood up, and Cole just fucking annihilated him. Took Crispy right off the board.
Yeah, literally how that round went was just me going, I'm going to clear strip really fast because we need to be over here. Someone spotted Alababy over in fucking, I think it was bathroom.
Yeah.
And I just posted up like, okay, she's got to run through. And then I was like, wait, shit, did she already get past me? And yeah, I just called for the redrone, and Stakes had my ass immediately.
Yep, our drones have always been really good, I would say. Actually, on a wider scale, our team has never had an information issue. Our team has had an acting on information issue. Either the information that's being calmed isn't being picked up by people in time, or the information that's being calmed isn't being acted on.
Cough. The 3v1 y'all choked where
Hold on. That
where not one of you was looking.
That one was my fault. I fucked up. I miscalled where that guy was.
Yes, okay. Cole did. That was a massive miscall.
I thought it was office. Turns out it was 90, and that one is my fault.
And that's a tough one. Also, I got myself in a. I almost had that 1v3 fucking clutch where I got